Hello chess lovers, I have an interesting game for you played by Adolf, Anderssen and Wilhelm Steinitz. The game was played in 1866 in London. Anderssen started with e4, e5 by Steinitz, knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4, bishop c5. We see the Italian game, and Anderssen goes for this aggressive b4 move, Evans Gambit. Bishop takes b4, c3, bishop c5 and d4. White is sacrificing a pawn in order to gain control over the center. E takes d4, white castles, d6, c takes d4, bishop b6, d5, knight a5, bishop d3, knight e7, bishop b2, black castles, knight c3, knight g6, knight e2, c5, queen d2, bishop c7, rook c1, rook b8, knight g3, f6, closing this a1 h8 diagonal because this bishop on b2 can become very dangerous. Knight f5, b5, black is starting an attack on the queen side, and now white plays king h1 in order to counterattack on the king side. b4, rook g1, bishop takes b5, e takes f5, knight e5, bishop takes e5, f takes e5, knight g5, queen d7, knight e6, look at this knight on e6, rook c8 and g4, b3 and g5. Playing f6 is stronger. If g takes f6 then g5, and if f5 trying to keep the position close, then g6 is very strong. And if h5 then bishop takes f5, and if b takes a2 then queen h6 followed by g7, and white is just crushing black king. Let's go back after b3, but we see g5 in the game. Now comes b takes a2, look at this pawn on a2, g6 and knight b3. If a move like h6 then f6 is very strong, destroying these pawns which are protecting black king. We see after g6, knight b3, forking the queen and the rook, g takes h7 check, king h8 and queen g5. Bishop d8, well, if knight takes c1 then f6 is very strong, and if g6 then queen takes g6, knight takes d3, f7, and it's all over. Black is getting checkmated. Let's go back. After queen g5 we see bishop d8, knight takes d8, knight takes c1 and f6. Look at this white pawns on f6 and h7, rook c7, but this is not the end. This pawn is going to be promoted further, f7. By the way, bishop f5 is stronger, trying to deflect this queen from the 7th rank which is protecting the pawn on g7. And if a1 queen, then white can capture on d7 and then simply checkmate black king. But instead, after rook c7 we see f7, which is again winning, but not so quickly. Queen takes f7, knight takes f7 check, rook takes f7, rook takes c1, rook takes f2, queen e7, rook f8. Well, black's position is just hopeless, but Steinitz played a few more moves, and then after rook g1, rook f7, queen takes c3, rook f6, d6, only now Steinitz resigned. A very beautiful attacking game by Adolf Anderssen against Wilhelm Steinitz. Your comments and questions please, and thanks for watching.